So we're going to give God praise that we are privileged to come in His presence again to exalt His name. Today we're going to be looking at true worship. True worship. There is the only reason we were created for. There is the reason why we were made for. It's not to focus on the things of this world, to worship God in truth, not just to worship Him. So we're going to look at the elements of worship and the characteristic of true worship. There are elements of worship and there are characteristics that make you a true worshiper. Not because you are good with the elements of worship make you a true worshiper. There are a lot of people who believe because they are good with the elements of worship make them a true worshiper. So I want us to understand this today. Not because you are good with the elements of worship make you a true worshiper. There are elements of worship. Many times when we talk about worship, what normally gets to people might have to do with song. When you are singing, means that you are worshiping God. It is what many people believe this, that when you are singing, you are worshiping. But I just want you to understand that it's just an element of worship, singing. There are a lot of elements of worship. Singing is an element of worship. It's an element of worship. When you are singing, when you are praying, when you are teaching, giving, communion, these are all elements of worship. Singing, praying, teaching, giving, communion, these are all elements of worship. So not because you are good with this element make you a true worshiper. I want us to understand this. True worship is based on characteristics. There are characteristics that make you a true worshiper. There is something we're going to hate. There are characteristics that make you a true worshiper. So there are a lot of characteristics that make you a true worshiper. So characteristics of true worship have to do with adoration. We have to do with love. You need to love God, adoration. Submission, characteristic of true worship. You need to submit yourself to God. Submission. Repentance, forgiveness. You need to be a person when you know you do wrong or not knowing that you do wrong, you always have that ability to ask God for forgiveness. And forgiveness, you need to forgive others. It's another characteristic of true worship. We also look at humility. It is the highest form of worship, humility. You have to show that you are humble. It's the characteristic of true worship. Another characteristic have to do with speaking to God and others. Speaking to God and others. You have time to talk with your God and you have time to talk with others. Wherein you are evangelizing the people, telling them about Jesus. It's another characteristic of true worship. Obedience. Obedience is another characteristic of true worship. So giving your body as a living sacrifice is another characteristic of true worship. So all these characteristics make you a true worshiper. Submission, adoration, repentance, forgiveness, obedience, humility, speaking to God and others, giving your body as a living sacrifice. These are all elements that make you a true worshiper. But I want us to understand, not because you are good with the aspect of singing, not because you are good with the aspect of praying, not because you are good with the aspect of teaching, not because you are good with the aspect of giving, but taking of the communion make you a true worshiper. There are us out there, we have that quality. I always say this, worship has nothing to do with the quality of your voice. Worship. God does not look at the quality of your voice when it comes to true worship. It's not how He recognizes true worshiper. Because you have that quality when you minister, people see that, people feel that chill. When there are people who are gifted. We have that gift to sing. So not because you are a good singer make you a true worshiper. That is something I want us to understand. You can be a good singer. You have that quality voice. but you lack humility. And you get what I'm saying? You can be a good singer, but you lack humility. You can be a good singer, but you lack obedience. You can be a good singer, but you lack the ability of giving your body as a living sacrifice. You can be a good singer, but you lack the ability of submission. You get what I'm saying? You can be a good singer, but also adoration is lacking out of the administration. You can be a good singer. Another characteristic also has to do with recognizing the glory of God. You are not recognizing the glory of God. You feel what you are doing is because of yourself. You are doing things for yourself. You do not want to recognize the glory of God. Whatever that you are doing belongs to the Father. So you have to recognize that the glory not belongs to you, the glory belongs to God. So you can be a good singer and lack all these characteristics of a true worshiper. But you still have that ability, that quality voice. You minister well, but you lack humility. You lack submission. You lack the ability of recognizing the glory of God. So you can also be a good prayer warrior. You pray well. There are a lot of people who pray sometimes 3-4 hours. Some even sleep in the church. So I always say this. True worship has nothing to do with you spending 15-16 hours in the church, sleeping in the church. No. That does not make you a true worshiper. Sleeping in the church 2 hours from Sunday to Sunday, that does not make you a true worshiper. True worship is based on characteristics, the characteristics that make you a true worshiper. So you can be a good prayer warrior, but you lack the ability of obedience. You are not obedient out there. You can be a good prayer warrior. You lack the ability of obedience. You lack the ability of submission. You lack the ability of giving your body as a living sacrifice. You are a good prayer warrior, but your body out there, you are not giving your body back to God as a living sacrifice. You are doing things for your own will. You can be a good prayer warrior. You don't have the time to talk to people about Jesus Christ. You can be a good prayer warrior. So not because you are good with the elements of worship make you a true worshiper. There is something I want us to understand. This is the point that I'm speaking of today. Not because you are good with the elements of worship make you a true worshiper. True worship is based on characteristics. So not because you are a good preacher, you are a good teacher. There are a lot of pastors out there, there are a lot of reverend out there, there are a lot of apostles out there. When they teach, when people feel that and not people understand the message. A lot of pastors out there, when they preach, people enjoy the message, people listen to them, people follow them, they are saying the right thing. But you are good in your preaching, but you lack some characteristic of true worship. But you can be a good preacher, but you are not giving your body as a living sacrifice. You are in the church, you are not giving your body as a living sacrifice. You are doing things of the will of God. You can be a good preacher but lack the ability of recognizing the glory of God. There are a lot of preachers who feel that what they are doing it on their own path. I want you to understand that. A lot of preachers out there. A lot of preachers out there. They are not recognizing the glory of God. I raise the dead. I make this person to walk. I do this, I do that. You are not the one who is doing it. The glory belongs to God. It not belongs to you. So not because you are a good preacher make you a true worshiper. You can be a good preacher but lack the ability of humility. You are not humble. Obedient. You lack the ability of obedience. You not want to take instruction. You feel that the place that you are reached, there is no one who can give you instruction. You don't want to take order from nobody. But you are a good preacher. When you hold the mic, you minister well. But you not want to take instruction from anyone.